There's a record number of foreclosures on the market right now. In fact, nationwide, a third of the listings are short sales or foreclosures. So if you're in the market to buy, are these a good deal? Joining us to talk about that is TJ Larson from My Town Home Realty. TJ, thanks so much for coming today.
Absolutely. Glad to be here.
Do you find that a lot of people are looking specifically to buy a foreclosed property? Are you running into that right now?
We are. We're getting an enormous amount of activity, a lot of calls into my office. So they're looking for foreclosures. They're also looking for REOs or bank-owned properties. They're looking for short sales, relocation properties, really anything that's distressed. They're looking for an advisor that can take them through the process.
So what do you tell them when they come in and say, this is what I want?
Well, the first thing I do is I just listen to them, the same as we would do for any buyer. It's that 80-20 rule. You want to listen 80% of the time, talk 20% of the time. So what are they looking for? Do they want an investment property, primary residence? Is it a secondary home? And what exactly do they want? How can we best take them through that process?
Okay, what are some of the positives and then what are some of the negatives about buying a foreclosed property?
I'll start with a couple of negatives. I like to end on the positives. So a couple of the negatives are the contracts really are less buyer friendly. They're designed specifically for the seller. We've got a bank in many cases. They're looking to protect themselves. A couple of the other negatives are it may take a lot longer to close that process. Positives are there's an enormous amount of distressed properties that you can look at. So your basket of properties that you can look at is huge compared if you just looked for regular market rate homes.
And it just seems like there's so many great deals that you can get. I mean, when I look online, I think, oh my gosh, you can get this for that price. It seems like a good deal.
Absolutely. You want to consider all your options.
What are some of the right questions to ask if you're considering buying a foreclosed home or a distressed property?
First is how long does it take to close? If you're looking at a foreclosure, for instance, many times that's going to be a 30-day window to get that closed. The bank wants you to close on that property as quickly as possible. They want to get it off of their portfolio. They want to get the cash for the home. Short sale property, that could take months just to negotiate the process. It could be 6 months before you actually close on the home. Another question is, will they make repairs? Most of these contracts are as-is purchases. And so they've got a clause in there that says, regardless of what you find, we're likely not going to make those repairs. I'm here to tell you, ask for those repairs anyway. You may find that if the HVAC system is out on the home, they know they cannot put it back out on the open market and sell that with a downed HVAC system. So they may very well fix it for you.
And if they're desperate enough, too, to sell, don't you think? I mean, that can happen too.
Yeah, no, it's a little bit of a game of chicken, but you know, if you say, look, I'm not going to buy the home if this is not fixed, they may very well come back and do it for you. Okay, some good tips always. Thank you so much, TJ. We appreciate it. You can find out more about buying distressed property on TJ's website. It's mytownhome.com. We're coming up next here on Charlotte Today. Charlotte funny man Paul Hooper stops by the studio, and I get a few figure skating lessons from Olympic medalist Paul Wiley. Ever wondered how they learned to do those fancy jumps? I'm going to show you, or at least try to. And a reminder, it's your last week to register to win the Carolina Chevy dealers trip for two to Washington, D.C., 3 nights at the DuPont Hotel, 2 tickets to the International Spy Museum, 2 tickets to Mount Vernon. Go to our homepage, WCNC.com/Charlotte Today.